Thundereggs have always fascinated me, and I find there are numerous places in Oregon where you can dig these. In many cases, it's for free, and they run in various different sizes and shapes and different type of material inside. Uh, this is kind of a typical size that we find. But we find them as small as your thumbnail, and they all have nice pictures inside. And when you cut them, a rock like this, when you cut it, here's what you would come up with inside it. Just some really pretty designs, and all this tub of stuff came from one rock that I cut for a friend. May, if you're watching, this is your rock, and they each slice you make, you get a little different design on it. And then there's a few other designs. I haven't had time to polish them yet, but here's another one of the designs that we find some of. And they run in various different sizes. This one is one of the larger, and it'll be real pretty when I get it polished. It's one of the larger ones that we find, although they do come a lot larger than that in some cases.
This is on the TP, and we're getting ready to head for Leslie Gulch.
Then I spotted a northern harrier hawk nest right in the weeds on the ground. They're a ground nester. So I stayed back plenty far so I didn't disturb the hawk. Sam and Nancy have already been to Leslie Gulch on this trip, so they won't be joining us. So we're going to head out, and Sam and Nancy are going in a different direction. Past the warm, clear waters of Willow Creek Hot Springs, we move on, and then we have the inevitable happen, a flat tire. And that's not my first rodeo. I've had plenty of flat tires out in this country. So Robert and I will get that tire fixed so we can go on.
Named for Silver City pioneer Hiram Leslie, who was killed by lightning here in 1882. These colorful formations of volcanic ash have been spectacularly carved by erosion. Lake Owyhee is 8 miles.
This is an extra special time of year because the wildflowers are just blooming their heads off as we start winding our way down this very scenic, Oregon's most scenic place, as we wind on down toward the Owyhee River. Many little pinnacles and pillars stand at roadside watching us as we go by. Even a little chucker chicken is out in the road checking on us to see that we're not driving too fast or anything. She's probably got a nest nearby and maybe has some baby chicks in it. But we'll go on. We don't want to disturb her. She's pretty busy, it looks to me like. There's always a lot of chuckers and stuff, even sometimes bighorn sheep along this road as you go down into Leslie Gulch. The road twists and winds as it very gently goes down, and then we see the stairway to heaven. What you do, you start climbing this stairway, and by the time you get to the top, you'll be in heaven. Although I don't know how you're going to climb it. It doesn't look that easy. And then more pillars all the way along. Every every glance you take out the window, you'll see more of the spectacular scenery of Leslie Gulch unfold right in front of your very eyes. These formations are thought to have been volcanic ash from the Yellowstone volcanoes, and then Mother Nature hardened them and then again eroded them into every sort of a structure you can think of. Lots of little pits and little miniature caves as we go down into Leslie Gulch. These cliffs tower high above the road. They look as though they might reach the sky. Every time you round one of the curves, it's a special treat as we drive right down toward the Owyhee River. As you go down this windy road, you'll respect the power of Mother Nature and the ability to sculpture beautiful things out of some worthless volcanic ash. There's even a small creek right alongside the road, so the animals and birds and everything are constantly crossing the road to get down and water from the clear waters of this little creek. And the roadside flowers are second to none. Lots of the arrowleaf balsa root and others on our way as we drop altitude in a hurry. There are many of the steepest sweet peas growing along the side of the road on the steeper slopes, and they smell really, really nice. So where all your senses are alerted here, smell and everything else. We get down and there's a little campground where there's no charge for camping overnight. So why not? Let's try the campsite and see how it'll be for tonight. They even have a little cover over it, which would work good for shade or rain. We look out and see this special gun sight pass, and then we're going to go down to the reservoir and test the water and see if one of those crappie would like to join us for dinner. So we put a crappie jig on, go down right where the water's real shallow, and throw our hooks in, and we're going to catch us a nice
Gee, what do you catch there, Marge? What is that?
It's a big one, isn't
Why don't you hold it up for the camera here?
It's a crappie.
Wow, look at that.
Now that's
So,
a nice one.
I think you're ahead, aren't you, Marge?
Yeah.
You caught a fish.
Finally caught a bigger one.
You got a bigger one. Hold it up for the camera. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, look at all these fish. Oh, that's a good sized one. Look at all these fish. Of course, they're way over their limit, but they don't care.
Yeah.
Camera, they're not moving.
Yeah.
They were,
Right?
they used to move.
They didn't go anyplace.
They're not.
Okay, you getting your fish clean?
Yeah, just about got
Oh, just about got them. Good enough. We're going to have fish.
Oh, here's
Somebody that's just sitting looking at a book.
Yeah. Here's the McDermott Thunderegg.
Let's see. Well, that's one we could have.
We could have gone too.
It's close by.
Yeah. Yeah. That would only be a little over 50 miles from the teepee.
Yeah.
Yeah. We came clear over here, but we went fishing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was.
Well, we don't need that.
And,
Besides that, we got fish.
and Robert needed to see
Oh yeah, I wanted to see this
Leslie
gorge.
Gulch.
Take as much as you like. There's
Looks-
plenty of food.
Looks like. Well, go ahead, Robert. You
You
first.
fixed it. Okay. I'll come over and
Yes.
There's no.
my plate. Oh my goodness. I'll take this plate. I'll start out with a little bit of
They will-
scrambled eggs.
They will get Marge fattened up after
Oh,
all.
scrambled eggs.
Oh, potatoes. Look at this.
Okay, we're leaving to go Thunderegg hunting or digging.
Right near Leslie Gulch is a place where we can go dig Oregon State stone, the Thunderegg, and they're very abundant there, and there's some really super pretty ones. So we're going to take advantage of that and go on out of Leslie Gulch and then back down into Sucker Creek and test our luck at getting Thundereggs, one of the treasures of southeast Oregon. We'll even have enough time to to stop and take pictures of some of the wildflowers as these penstemon growing at roadside, and then some very special dwarf wild roses, and there's the stairway to heaven again. Nobody seems to be willing to climb it. Pillars that reach to the sky with this Coleomer basalt pillar that's been, some force has turned it on its side. And then more wild flowers, some of the steepest sweet peas. They're a very, very nice sweet pea, and the arrowleaf balsa root. And these balsa root were one the Indians dug and ate the roots to make it through the winter, and as well as probably numerous other roots that grow there that we wouldn't think of as food. Some of the seed pods of the steepest sweet pea growing along the side of the road. They're all different colors of flowers, and these yellow balsa root,
Yeah.
balsa root.
And that's the woolly mullein there, that tall one.
This right here?
Yeah. And they're in pairs now. I think they're
Yeah.
nesting.
They're nesting, or
Yeah.
they like the road. It's surprising.
Well, they come on the road to eat gravel. See, he's eating gravel right now.
Oh yeah, it's like they have a little gizzard or something like that.
Yeah, just like a chicken.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They're always.
Yeah, there you're getting them. Looking good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good.
After the lupin, we're briefly up on top of the world as we go up on the bench, and then we start dropping down in to Sucker Creek. Even the buckwheat are growing roadside as we head down in to Sucker Creek Canyon. And Sucker Creek Canyon runs competition to Leslie Gulch as far as scenery. We find the Thunderegg bed, and we waste no time jumping in a hole and getting ready to start digging. Robert's taking a bucket up.
Mart, right over here on this side's where I was finding
On
them.
the right?
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah.
Okay.
And did you have any trouble finding them?
No, but somebody's been here and done a bunch of digging since. There, I heard something hit.
Yeah.
There, I hear it hit.
Yeah, just a second.
What are you doing, Robert?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Digging on a rock.
I'm digging on a rock.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be some kind of a thunder egg. And it thunders as soon as it gets released.
Yeah.
There's that one. Bigger.
Yeah. That's it. Like, look at this. I pulled a Margie and just walked around and started picking up stuff.
Yeah.
Why dig?
Why dig is right. Pull that one over some. Let's look
Over
inside of it.
Which one? This, yeah.
Yeah, that one here in front of you.
Yeah.
There, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
And your other hand, you've got some.
Oh, I got some little guys. I have to wash them off so you can see the colors. There's
Neat.
nice blue. I like them. I like the colors, but
Yeah.
lots of them.
Well, I'll get a picture of past of mine. Wow. Look at the pretty flowers. Bug. He's heading under that rock. There he goes. He's going to go hide. How's it pretty?
We've found all the Thundereggs we could possibly want, so now we load them in buckets and take them down and load them in the pickup, and then we'll start heading back toward the teepee as soon as we get loaded up and ready to go. It's been a very successful Thunderegg dig, and we even found some little primroses growing right along the Thundereggs, just to add a little bit of charm and color to the surrounding piles of dirt around the Thundereggs. It's a great day with just a gentle breeze gently rocking these primroses as they grow and bloom and get pollinized, and then another generation will come along. We're loading up all of our Thundereggs and getting ready to go, and Marge has taken another picture or two. And here's our road out. We've got the pickup in 4-wheel drive, and so there's some very steep slopes to go out of the Thunderegg spot, but really we had no problem whatsoever in 4-wheel drive.
Well, I'm sure California does too, right? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a book like that on California
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I bet.
There.
Well, here we are.
Oh, look at that hole in that rock over there.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, that's nice.
That's the arch that I pointed out on the way up.
I guess I missed it.
You and Tom both missed it. I guess I was just talking to myself the whole time. That's good to know.
That you're being listened to, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, she just got hit in the... Marge just got hit in the head with a skillet.
The brand from the bottom of the skillet on her head.
Oh, no, it was from the side.
It must have...
Boy,
must-
that skillet
It must have been karma of some type
They
happening.
caught up with me.
Yeah. Now I'm not moving the camera. All the movement you see is from Tom's driving. It's not me. Okay, we've had enough of this.
Our way out, we stop and take some pictures of some more roadside wildflowers.
Unusual woman for her time. Monuments have been dedicated to the great Indian chiefs. Books have been written of their exploits, and screenplays perpetuate their legends. Very little fanfare has attended Took Me to Nay, Sunflower, the woman who had a direct and lasting impact on the political stage of 19th century Indian affairs. Among her own people, there were those who opposed her accommodations to Anglo-American culture, but she was clearly acting throughout her life in what she believed to be their best interests. Her achievements were limited only by the times in which she lived. That's all I can say.
Some more buckwheat blooming, and it's primo in bloom. The buckwheat flower adds a bit of color.
Here's those
to the
tidy
surrounding
tips.
Here's those white
as
things.
well as
It was
the
like in your
ivy
daughter's
tips,
place, or very similar. Looked like
we
it, but
see a lot of
the
these
sand lilies or
ivy
something.
tips.
Sand lily, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's what it was called at your daughter's
And then
place.
we found some sand lilies right next,
Yeah, nice sand
growing
lilies.
right close to the ground.
Yeah, hence to
in the
mines.
fall. And then some more penstemines and
The larkspur, one of our
some larkspur,
poisonous
early
plants.
larkspur waving in the breeze.